Why is it some people say 7, other people say 10?
Sure.
What's the deal
So
with that?
if you're going to just read through the main teachers,
Okay.
so there are main teachers who then said, this is one style of recitation I've heard from my teacher. They maintain a lineage. You can take 7 main teachers at the top. Some of those teachers then had students of theirs who offshot and became their own recitation.
So it's like students who became their own brands.
Became their own brand, but everyone knows where did their brand come from.
Okay.
Okay,
So it's like Jordans and Nike.
exactly. But in this case, there's no Nightwing situation. Everyone's really happy to attribute their Batman teacher. Like there's no animosity that like
Well, Nightwing did become Batman at one point.
Well, but then we don't know how many comics they've read. So let's just say there's no animosity
Right.
to catch.
So to go
a
from
student to say.
so go
to
from
7 to 10 is the 7 main, and then a few teachers had Nafi had 2 students, and then there are other teachers who had 2. I don't want to throw names just yet.
Okay.
Makes things more complicated.
and when we say Nafi', we're not talking about Uqba bin Nafi'.
No, we're talking about a great reciter. He had 2 students. And from there, the discussion happened. So let's go back to the concept that the Qur'an is allowed to be pronounced. So it was revealed, Maliki Yawmiddin, then transmitted to down south in Texas. So we're saying in contrast to the Arabian world. Someone in Texas doesn't pronounce the same way.
Yeah.
So Maliki Yawmiddin was read Maliki Yawmiddin.
Okay.
The Prophet ﷺ in some cases became aware and then asked the angel, is this okay? And the angel said, yes, this astonishes me.
Yeah.
So the angel said, yes, Maliki Yawmiddin is okay. And here then opened up the chains or the dialects.
Okay.
So
essentially it's safe to say that the different ways that people recite the 7 or the 10, however you want to look at it, they are
the main 7. If you want to call it.
sure, the main 7. Rasulullah ﷺ approved it.
Thank you. So nobody's making up and saying that this works, but the Prophet ﷺ stamped it, approved it, and that's why people have ijaza in warsh, in qalun.
So each of these 7 main or 10 main, they link back to Rasulullah ﷺ, to Jibreel.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. They link back. And let's take the next step. So does that mean there are 7 Qur'ans? The meaning never truly changes.
It's always the same word.
It's the same word. Okay, so Malik and Malik.
Okay.
King, owner, master.
Sure.
So yes, the king, Malik, the owner.
Yeah.
Malik, the king.
Okay.
Okay, so it's similar, but not exactly the same, right?
But for that word in that context, in that verse, it is encompassing of all of those meanings.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
You totally get it.
So it's not that it changes the meaning, it gives depth to the meaning within the Quran itself. And that's why when you recite it in different ways, you are also extracting not multiple, but deeper meanings from what is there.
Yes. And if you don't mind me taking what we just did in 2017, we found academic meaning.
Okay.
I believe the 7 qira'at are for the Walmart worker and the farmer. It was actually this amazing Shakespearean 10 times greater level that anybody could read.
So then,
and it was the allowances that it was if I said you must speak Urdu in the way of the northern Pakistani, then the beggar in Chennai from our family is going to say, I can't say Musa sa, because from where I am we say Muse say.
It's interesting you say that, because one of the authors
can't sound like you.
Some of the Jewish folk, they say Moshe. Like
Boucher.
Yeah.
So now so this twang in the voice, God is not saying, no, you're not, your diction's not good enough. He's allowing that in. So it's not only deeper meaning, even it's deeper allowance to say, listen to one, friends, وَإِذَا قِيلَ لَهُمْ, it's tough to get that qi. وَإِذَا قِيلَ لَهُمْ. Okay, that's a fusing of the sound. Qil. وَإِذَا قِيلَ لَهُمْ. That is allowance. Qila? Shaquila? Yes. So like, you're like, some northern African country or region at that time must have had the allowance to then
I mean, some might say ability.
Ability. Qila.
Yeah.
Yeah. وَإِذَا قِيلَ or صِرَاطَ الَّذِينَ صِرَاطَ الَّذِينَ صِرَاطَ الَّذِينَ.
Zirat alladhina. Okay.
The fact that range of sound gives me two things. God is letting everyone, good diction, not good diction, and plus you have to throw that.
And maybe good diction, not good diction is not the appropriate term,
yeah.
but maybe diversity of diction.
Thank you, because I almost elitist there.
Yeah.
That one's better. No, it gives the range. And then if you're okay with kind of thinking this through, what sound will your Lord have? If Quran occupies Musa, sa, se, sat, sex, sit, all of the A's, when your Lord recites, what's the background sound?